claims he wants a peaceful summer mission, but behind closed doors, he treats people like pawns in his dark game. A charismatic cult leader handing down mandates and trying to micromanage your mind. While you work, he rests, planning his next strike against the warmth and joy of the light. He smiles to your face, but he wants to lead you straight into a world of shadow and strict control. He wants you to listen to his megaphone. He wants to banish the sun. Does Brennan really have your best interests in mind?
Not really.
Thankfully, there is a better way. A brighter way. Puppet Sunson doesn't want to control you. He stands for unconditional freedom. Sunson stands for absolute liberty. This summer, reject the rigid control of the megaphone. Choose warmth. Choose freedom. Vote pro Puppet Sunson. Paid for by Friends of the Sun, a Sun Liberty production.
In a war of lies, where do you go to find the truth? How do you know what to believe and who to follow? What even is the truth? In this documentary, we will be following what was once a loving group, a loving family, if you will, that was just on a mission trip. But it quickly started to turn into a war over a blue Japanese mascot, Puppet Sunsun. Michaela and Ryan loved this ugly little puppet and just wanted to show their care by putting up some AI slop about it. However, some, including me at the time, decided that they should put that to an end. Once more and more propaganda was put up against Sunsun, there was no choice but to push back in defense. Double agents who worked both sides and people who lied about their stance started to arise. Exclusivity of Brennan's best friends list that was also posted on the fridge only added fuel to the fire and further division in the house. And innocent bystanders got hurt. These are their stories.
You see this beautiful city? Everything the light touches belongs to Sunsun. I'm Michaela Nichols, like the coin. And I am a... Wait, are you kidding me? He just locked... This is the perfect representation of what is happening here in Tokyo, Japan. This is a persecution against the Sunsun followers. If you don't know who Sunsun is not only a friend, a role model, an inspirer of mine, but he is a puppet. And he loves bread. He's just an innocent, sweet, little man boy, whatever he is. But, you know, these people are persecuting us. And like Moses once said, let my people go. And I am modern day Moses, parting the Red Sea of persecution, leading the Israelites, aka the Sunsun followers, aka Ryan, to freedom, to the promised land of Sunsun, which is a happy place where we can all eat bread and listen to his music and be happy and free. But Brennan is allergic to happiness. He hates it. And we're going to fight back, and we will win, and we will prevail.
My name is Ryan Michael Pintar. I'm a co-founder of the Sunsun Movement, Liberation Front. And this all started 24 hours ago at this point. Sunsun saved my life, bro. He saved my life. I was walking on the train to Koenji Station, and I felt someone shove me hard from behind. I didn't see quite who it was. He was wearing a belt and dress pants. I don't know. Could be anyone. But yeah, I felt this furry arm grasp me and lift me. And I looked in the face of Sunsun. And it felt like I was staring into the Sunsun, because the sun. Yeah, so that's how it started for me. Do I think Sunsun is God? Let me tell you a story first before I get there. About, 20 years ago, 20 years ago, there's a child born in America, and this child, he was separated from his parents at birth. They never knew. But he got left on the side of the road, again by accident. And he was gonna die, actually. There's a pack of wolves surrounding him. And Sun came out and he made peace with the wolves. he saved this child. And so he raised him. He fed him water from the stream. He left him in the sun. He taught him his ways. And then he was of age. He gave him to another family. And that child was Brennan Steele Christmas. Brennan Christmas. Sun is his dad. So this is a family feud. I think that will help make sense of why this is so personal to Brennan Christmas. He's not unbiased. He has daddy issues. Where do I see this movement going? You know, I imagine this is not my vision. This is Sun's vision. Sun envisions a land flowing with milk and Pocari sweat. He doesn't. There aren't tiers. There aren't social classes with Sun. We're all equal. Not in a communist way, not like a socialist way. That's been a big misconception. But yeah, he just wants peace. He just wants peace. And there are those who want murder, some might say. Yeah, so Sun, he just wants us all to live in the sun. And yeah, that's what he wants for us. Yeah, what do we need? Brennan Christmas. I don't think it's about what we need, honestly. I think it's about what Brennan needs, honestly. And he needs, well, maybe family counseling between him and Sun, which I'd be willing to pay for out of pocket, by the way. But, you know, I think he needs to accept the truth. Yeah, it's like he won't be able to rest. And so Sun, like, he doesn't need anything. You know, he's a self-existent being. He does live off of bread, so he needs bread to survive, actually. But that's it. That's all he needs. So, you know, when Brennan's ready to talk, he can meet us on the roof of this establishment. And so, yeah.
My name is Brennan Christmas, and I'm a follower of Christ. I have heard about this cult of following Sun. I've even seen the leaders, of whom they shall not be named, but I've seen their leaders worshiping Sun. They get down on their mats and face the east or west, whichever way it is, and they praise the mighty name of Sun. But that's heresy. And you know, since I love Jesus so much, I decided we were going to come after Sun. So, take a look. If you're watching this, Sun is wanted dead or alive, preferably the first one. But you know, we'll take it either way. If you bring him to me alive, I can do the honors. But you know, we'll leave that one to God. Come on, let's go. So, I'm going to show you the anti-Sun headquarters. Let me stress this to you. I am not the leader of the anti-Sun movement. I am anti-Sun, but I couldn't care less whether he lives or dies. Well, mainly. I mean, I kind of want him to die, but that's not relevant. This man right here is a charismatic leader. He is a cult. Anti-Sun headquarters. Stop the blue fluff. Stop the blue fluff. We do not condone Sun. Rumor has it he likes dudes. But that's not the worst part. The worst part about it is I heard Sun is not who you thought he was. I have heard rumors that he was on Flight United 93.
Hello, my name is Hayden. I am the starter and leader of the Freedom Party here on the summer mission trip. Have you noticed that the Sunnies are going crazy? The Zealots of the anti-Sunnies have lost their minds. However, I am here to fix it, to restore the family tree back when we first got here before all corruption came. That is what I'm fighting for.
Hello? I don't want to release my identity. I think things are a little dangerous right now, so I don't feel safe letting public know who I am. But I have agreed to do this interview. That's a complicated question. I think on one side you have Brandon Christmas, who I thought was a good person. Thought had a good policy, only serving Jesus. And at first, I value that, and I was willing to come under him. And then things took a dark turn. I saw some of the propaganda he started posting. I saw him calling for murder in the streets. I don't know. I think things are in a dark place right now. I think the Sun group, it seems like they were peaceful, and things are getting intense on both sides, I think. And so I'm not sure where I stand. I don't think so. But what I do know is I did see a recent ad that said Sun is for complete freedom and liberty. And I think that sounds like a good slogan, but I think in reality that sounds really dangerous. But then at the same time, Brendan Christmas sleeps on liberty. Are you kidding me? I don't want that either. He's part of a cult. I don't know what's going on, okay? I just know that I'm not sure I want to be on either side, and I think there's going to be blood in the streets fairly soon. Yeah, I think you're going to be the first news outlet I say this to, but actually, I made that video. And I made it because I saw that Brendan Christmas was becoming a cult leader. He called for murder. He started tarnishing and slandering the other side. And I couldn't stand by anymore. This might come out as shocking news to him, so I don't want him to hear it. I got a good pension going over there, so I don't need to get fired for this. But yeah, he needs to be brought to justice. And the Sun group, I think also, it might be dangerous just as much. Fart? It's like the Shiba Inu fart? Let me tell you something right now. That dog's not what he looks like. He's not what he appears. That dog might be worse. The Brendan Christmas and the Sun group. He's got everyone fooled. I'm not fooled. I'm coming for you, fart. Define God for me.
My name is Kyle Groves. With all of this going on, I started out as a civilian, actually, and at first I heard about the the pro-Sun party, and I was a little curious as to what it was, but I wasn't really sure. And then I started learning a little bit more, and I was like, I don't know if I can really side with them necessarily. And then the anti-Sun party arose, and I was like, okay, why are they against Sun? And I couldn't really stick with them either, so I thought the funnest thing to do just to create propaganda for both sides. And well, it's turned out pretty well. I'm sure you've probably seen some of it so far. There's some communist stuff. There's I think there's so many different pages. A lot of yen spent on printing, but all in all, I don't really know if I can pick a side. It's just fun to sometimes watch the world burn.
Okay. Hello, I am Shaylee, and this is Fart. We are in a complicated situation right now. We recently joined the Freedom Party because we don't really affiliate with any of the ideals of the other parties, because there's a lot of violence that happens in both of them, and we really just love everyone, and we want to spread that love to everyone. But Fart and I really just love our family, and we love Jesus, and we want everyone to come back home and to stop worshiping false idols.
I'm Fart, and Shaylee brought me home yesterday, and there was all these blue man propagandas, and I just don't know what to believe. But Shaylee said we love everyone, and I fart a lot.
As it was written, it shall be done. I think one of the most disturbing things is realizing that people aren't always who you think they are. For instance, this is a confession time, I happen to be very close to one of the leaders of the pro-Sun cult. And for the past 1.5 days, I've been grappling. How do I live with myself? This might surprise people, but my real beef, well, actually I do have Puppet Sun beef, but I'll first address Toku, I believe your name is. Watch your back. You know, in our English circle, our English conversation class, we talked about dreams. I dream of your death. Puppet Sun, I'd like to speak to you directly. I oppose pretty much everything about you. But my beef with you is I don't think you've gone far enough. Like, if you're gonna stand for something, lean all in. When do you want to talk? I'm here. Until then.
Son would never terroristically threaten or orchestrate 9/11. He can't even fly a plane.
So would you make... Remember when I said Puppet Sun was gay? Look at this. Look at this. In his pro-peace poster, he's promoting abominations. Seems like I'm right more and more.
I know I've been on a record at other times talking about the attempted assassination of me in the Koenji line. Yeah, you know, it's just like, sorry, it's like, it's kind of hard to talk about. By the way, it pays to be a Sunny. But anyway, yeah, you know, it's just like, I'm like totally willing to forgive that because of what Sun helped me do in life. You know, it reminds me of this other story actually that I thought of. Yeah, so in Japan, this is about 85 years ago. Yeah, there was a child who was born, and he was actually separated from his parents. And he got left on the Koenji line. And again, he was surrounded by wild panda bears, which can be vicious in packs. Are they native to Japan? I don't actually know. Okay, well, they escaped from the zoo. And so Sun stopped them. And he raised this child. And he fed him ramen every day. He petted his little head. And yeah, he just cuddled him, you know. And he gave him lots of tummy time too. Which helped this child grow strong and smart. And so then, again, when this child was of age, he left him with some parents, and he didn't take any credit for this. But yeah, that child, he grew up to be Obari Sensei. And so, you know, he's one of like the greatest things to happen in Japan. Like Obari Sensei, like, is a goat. He loves the students. So if you care about Japan, then you should probably follow Sun.
Well, I used to be undecided, working for both sides, but you know, Ryan and Puppet Sun, there's something to it actually, and well, they promised me a lifetime supply of this drink called Bakari Sweat. I think it's actually just like Sun blood or something like that, but it tastes pretty good, and well, that's the one thing they've got going for them. So, bottoms up. Yeah, I chose the right side.
Deep with him or his friend, but I mistook him for that guy in the grocery store who I do have
The
beef
big
with.
cheeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that look like pimples.
I was like, oh, he's a perv. Like, why is he so happy?
He gets perved by it.
Yeah, he's so happy. And I thought that's who that was, so that's why I was a hater. Don't tell people that though, because I like how things have unfolded.
Put enough lies into this, people won't know what's true. That's the strategy.
Mr. Christmas, did you see the video?
Yes, I saw the video, and it's all false. Nothing on that is true. Please just ignore that. I stand for Jesus.
What do you have to say about them saying that you sleep on liberty?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say that I did.
Hayden, all these allegations are getting to me. You know, I believe in the Lord, but I'm tired of this sun puppet deceiving people. I don't have the strength in me anymore. Tonight, I'm announcing my concession. I will no longer be leading this movement. And I wanted to ask, can I join your freedom party?
Yes. Thank you.
It's a plan.
Sounds good.
We reunite the family.
Amen.
Amen.
People have asked me why I have decided to step out of the anti-puppet Sun movement, and well, part of the reason is because I'm sick and tired of the divisiveness, and it has brought the worst out of me, you know. This family that I have been a part of is falling apart because of this godforsaken puppet. The sad truth is that I'm beyond devastated at what this family has come to. And so I had to leave. I had to concede. And though I am heartbroken to see people that I truly love fall into a false light, into the kingdom of darkness, this ice cream helps. But I must announce that I am joining Hayden's Freedom Party. I'm tired of what this has done to this family.
You know, they say that some people have a devil over their shoulder. But not Ryan and I. Ryan and I have a sun over our shoulder. And I've been indulging in the Grinch lately, watching a couple of those movies. And let's just say, Christmas isn't coming this year. Good taste in sandwiches, though.
Yeah, Brennan, he wasn't a bad guy. He just flew a little too close to the sun. I think it's time we took care of him. Brennan Christmas, my friend. You got a good run, my friend. You found things you shouldn't have. I have 10,000 yen right here. Fake passport, 20 gallons of Bakari sweat. You willing to take that? Just leave us alone. Let Sun do his thing. Let him cook, bro.
I would never, ever join forces with you. Not now. Not ever.
I thought you might say that. Hail Sun.
降り注いで